You're now listening to From the Jump.
Welcome to From the Jump, your source for all things hip-hop. I'm Syllable. This is my co-host,
Mr. White.
Make sure you subscribe and leave a comment below saying I subscribed, and we'll try our best to reply to your comment.
Today we're featuring Casino ATX of Frat House Gang on From the Jump. Talk about all things hip-hop and about his impressive career. And we're going to go ahead and just get started from the jump. Talk to us about where you got started out with hip-hop and like maybe some of the notable acts you've worked with, opened up for.
Man, I got my start right here in Austin, Texas. I started off as a hype man for Nook. I worked with him for years. I was a DJ at KZI, well, on-air personality at KZI. I got real heavy into music when I was in college. Man, some of the acts I've opened up for Lil Jon, I've opened up for Lil Wayne, I've opened up for T.I., I've opened up for Young Jock. Those are the older ones.
Wow.
And some of the more recent people I've opened up for would be like R.A. the Rugged Man. Shout out to R.A. the Rugged Man. Great dude. Man, it's been a lot of stuff going on here recently, so it's a lot, yeah.
Well, let's dive into that. You know, one of the things that I like about you, Casino, is you don't just talk about it, you be about it, right? To paraphrase Mos Def. And, because I think you have a lot of wisdom to share with cats that are trying to get in the game. They want to do hip-hop, but maybe they don't know where to start, or they don't know what to do, or they just wait around releasing tracks on SoundCloud and hope to get discovered.
Right.
You ain't waiting. You're taking it.
Really, you hit the nail right on the head with what you said. The number one thing to do is just do something. Start.
Like you say, starting somewhere is important because it gives you that measure. And so, just talk about a few of the things that you're working on right now.
Yeah,
okay.
What's going on?
Man, okay.
Tell us.
So, the biggest thing that I'd say I have going on right now, I hooked up with a marketing company. Shout out to Dominican J Major Gains. So hooked up with them, and they started pairing my music up with companies where there were mutual beneficial relationships. So the biggest one I got, and I'm super excited about it, is I got my own strain of weed and wax through Funk Extract. They're a grow company based out of Oregon, in conjunction with Happy Daddy Growers. So it's two companies. They've been putting out their stuff. So what's really cool, go look up the packaging. I know you saw it.
Yeah.
It looks like a little turntable, and it's got the wax inside of it, and it's wrapped up, and it looks like a record. Nice. And when you open it up, it has a QR code of my music. So not only do you get some good smoke, but you get some good smoking music to go along with it.
And that's smart marketing.
Man,
absolutely.
Genius marketing. So when I saw it and they presented everything, we sat down, it was like perfect match made in heaven because I make a lot of smoking music. That kind of fits my brand. So, man, it went perfect.
And you got a song that goes along with that.
Yes, absolutely. Matter of fact, dropped today.
And what's it called?
Cherry Mint.
All right, y'all. So check up in the corner of the screen for Cherry Mints and peep out that track right now. So what else you got going on?
Well,
I think I saw some stuff online about you're just really excited to perform in certain cities that you're trying to get on.
Man, so I crossed off two major things on my musician bucket list. Mm-hmm. So back in September, I got to go perform in New York City.
Nice.
And it was actually a contest. And I tied for first place in a performance contest in New York City. That, man, I could have stopped rapping right there. And being that I tied for first place, we actually got airplay on Hot 97 through DJ Drewski. It also got played on his show. So that kicked off what has just been a whirlwind since then, and that was September. A couple of weeks ago, I went to L.A. I did several shows in L.A. Oh, my God, dude, I performed. It was basically a weed underground market. It was crazy. I saw one dude come out of there. He bought a trash bag full of weed. It was wow, I need to do more of this.
Texas, y'all a little behind here.
We are way behind. Way behind. I'm like,
tax
oh my God.
Good. Come on,
come on, because then I can open my strain here and make even more money. Let's go, Texas. I've done shows in Albuquerque, New Mexico. They showed me a lot of love. Shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to Tug.
So what I want to ask you, because I've been keeping up. We're both part of the local hip hop scene here in Austin for over a decade, for a long time, And I've seen your rise as a Frat House Gang, and I've seen how you pay attention to really having your shit all on fleek, right? You're doing the right things. So I'm curious, because you weren't always doing this, right? As far as what you're doing right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's different right now about your grind?
I'm solo now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love working in groups for the camaraderie, and I do think they can be extremely creative, right? Especially when you have good MCs around you, because it's iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
But it is very difficult to move around 5, 8, 10 people. That's a lot.
Especially if you're trying to go on tour.
Yes.
You're trying to, everyone's got families, they got baby mamas, they got kids in school.
I feel like it's the classic story though, right? Like you look at a group like Wu-Tang, for instance, and a lot of groups that came out back in the day were to put those artists on the map and then eventually try to build up to a solo career. So now you're at a solo career stage in your career where it's like you've built up momentum with your group. You can still collab.
Mm-hmm. But imagine how hard it was for Wu-Tang Clan to get on tour when they have 64 members.
When you really start stretching outside of the core, tons of them.
Tell me about getting that shout out in the magazine.
My understanding of the business is so much more
developed.
There you go. It's so much more developed than what it was before. I think, like a lot of us, I was under the assumption that, man, if I make good music and I just keep putting out good music and I just, and do my thing and go do local shows, somebody's going to find me.
Yeah.
Not at all.
No.
Not at all. So I hooked up with a marketing company. I hooked up with a publicist. I put all of the pieces together that you really need to launch your career for real. And so that's how I've been getting a lot of the magazine placements. I have a publicist. And so what he helps me do is he takes everything I've been doing and he presents it. And then they're like, oh, cool. Okay, we can put Casino on this list. So if you look at a lot of the things I've been in, like I've been in This Is 50 a couple of different times. The biggest one we just bagged, I was in LA Weekly last month, and I was one of the 22 people to know in 2022.
That's dope.
Nice.
Dope as fuck.
So how do you stay motivated with all of this stuff that you got going on? Because I'm sure it's very time consuming, energy consuming. Like, what's your routine like to keep your rhythm?
I get up early every morning. I still have a kid in school, so he lives with me. So when I get him up to go to school, I'm up the rest of the day.
Okay.
I make sure that I write at least one 16-bar verse a day. Mm-hmm. I make sure that I'm on the computer marketing, doing something at least 2 to 3 hours out of every day. You have to treat it the same way you would treat your job, right? Because if I go to, when I had a regular job, I'd go to work and it was like, okay, I have 10 things that I got to get done before I can clock out, right? I have to treat this the same way. So there's 8 to 10 things that I got to do every day. And I get up and I do that. You might move a few things around based upon certain stuff. And I mean, there's a certain freedom that you get working for yourself. Yeah. But you still have to treat it that way. I mean, just probably like writing your books, right?
Yeah.
Like, I got to knock out 4 chapters today.
Yeah.
So you got to get it done.
One of the things that I was going to comment on that I like what you're doing, right, is you're treating this as almost like you're starting a new business.
Absolutely.
It's like you're treating hip-hop as a new entrepreneur versus treating it like a struggling artist that's got a day job that maybe this is a hobby, or, I'm going to squeeze and make time for this, or I'm going to throw out stuff randomly and see what happens. Instead, you've hired marketing, you got a PR person.
Shout out to my label, College of Hip Hop Knowledge, CHHK. My new album, The Street Nerd, is going to be dropping here real soon. I think 8 weeks we're going to be dropping. And then also check out my YouTube channel, Casino ATX. I got a show, Nerdy McFly. You definitely want to check that out. Casino ATX, I'm easy to find.
So on our show, From the Jump, we have a tradition when we end our episodes, and we're going to go ahead and continue that tradition if you could join us in that, and how we end it by saying From the Jump.
All right.
So we wanted to say we appreciate you for coming on our episode, and we appreciate you dropping the knowledge. So everyone here, please like and subscribe. Tune in for another episode of
From the Jump.
Peace.